Okay, I'm here with Worcestershire skipper Brett Dolliver after day 3 at Derby. Brett, how would you sum up that day?
Well, all the days I think a bit frustrating and a bit disappointed. I think we just missed opportunities throughout the game, to be honest. I think the conditions that we had on day 1 with the ball, we'd expected to probably bowl a little bit better than we did, but we're only human, we were trying. And then with the bat as well, I thought, credit to Derby, they bowled really well. They bowled nice lengths and challenged us on the forward defensive. But having said that, I thought we scrapped hard with the bat, and we got another opportunity to do that tomorrow.
Dan Latigan played really well both innings. So disappointed when he ran himself out, because that almost seemed like a turning point. It was going so well up to that point.
Yeah, I think we all felt that upstairs, the disappointment for Dan. He felt like he was in full control up until that point, but these things can happen. But hopefully tomorrow he can put that to one side and go on and get a big score and bat some time.
Talked about missed opportunities with the ball. Do you think also maybe that applies to the batting as well? Because a couple of times you got into positions where it looked as though you could put together a really big score. Yeah,
exactly that. I think from both sides we missed opportunities, as you mentioned with the ball, but then obviously with the bat, people get themselves in, like myself, to 50 and then not quite going on and converting those, and we're getting decent partnerships, but not that those big partnerships that can really encroach on the game and put you in a better position.
That said, as you said, the opposition are allowed to play well. They did bowl well, and they've got a lot of depth in their attack, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you look at their sort of the way they set up, they obviously fill their side with a lot of all-rounders, which gives them plenty of options. Over the course of the years here, I'd imagine, I don't know this, but it's been pretty difficult to get wickets, so they've had to lengthen their attack or broaden their attack, and that's what they've done. So they've stuck to their game plan well.
As regards the pitch, hasn't really changed much.
No, absolutely not. I think it's a really good cricket wicket, if I'm honest. I think if you miss, you can get hurt because there's pace in it with the bat. But having said that, if you can stack an area for long periods, like any wicket really, but especially on this wicket, you can get something out of it for sure.
You look for positives all the time, obviously. Dan Latigan, again in the second innings, he looks a mature player, really, for a boy of his years. And the other thing, Adam Howe's coming back from injury. Disappointing when he got out, but he played pretty well up to that point, didn't he?
Yeah, I mentioned this morning the huddle with Dan. I thought yesterday, for such a young man, the composure, the way he carries himself to rise to that occasion. It's a difficult pitch with that new ball, opening the batting at such a young age. No doubt he was nervous first game of the year, but I think the way he carried himself, the shots that he played, it's really exciting. But you try not to pile the pressure on him. He's still a young man, he's still got a lot of development to do, but I'm sure he'll be absolutely fine. And then in regards to Hosey, you probably don't see it on the camera when you watch him on the pitch, but I'm sure he'd admit he's had some dark days in the winter, and I've seen it firsthand. But the effort and the work rate that he's put into that has been second to none. The ultimate professional, and like you said, he reaped the rewards today. The way he batted, I'm sure he's a little bit frustrated when he got out, like we all were. But definitely some positives there.
And then finally, it's a bit deja vu, really, when you think back to the first game last year, where you turned up on that last day, needed to bat through the day. Got a few more wickets in hand this time, but that's the objective tomorrow, just bat and bat and bat, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's all we can do. We've got to take real faith in that and have a clear belief in that, which that group in there definitely will have that. As you just mentioned, we've been in that driving seat before, so hopefully we can pull on that experience a little bit. We've got to take it ball by ball, session by session, over by over, but show some real character and spirit. I think that's the key, and those guys in there will be rocking up tomorrow, hopefully trying to do that.
As ever, Brett, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
This is Mike the Plasterer. He needs a trusted supplier for his materials and tools. Mike needs Profile Store. With an easy-to-use website, you can check stock online, order it and collect it within the hour. Profile Store offer free delivery over £125 and fast overnight shipping. With over 2,000 products in stock, they're sure to have what you need. So get yourself down to the trade counter in Kidderminster today. Get the job done with profilestore.co.uk.